What's up guys, my name's Dychronic here on this Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to be talking about this week at Bungie for March 21st, 2019. If you did not know, this week at Bungie is basically what's happening in Destiny 2 in the last week, in the current week, and the next upcoming week. So this is just going to be your audible version of this little blog showing off all the different things that are happening. For example, Iron Banner, the next Iron Banner that's coming up, things to get more enhancement cores, the new Allegiant quest stuff, and a couple of bugs and known issues. Not a lot of stuff in this one, but of course this is your audible version of the TWAB, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the cute, fluffy puppies that are on screen right now. It's probably one of the best things, the best parts about my job is being able to look at Google cute animals on Google and putting in my videos. It's just, it brings a smile to my face. A lot of things are work, but that part is just, it's just nice. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. If you did not know, there is a calendar showing off everything that's been happening. They released this pretty much at the beginning of March, the end of February, showing up all the things that are happening when they're releasing, rolling out, rolling updates and all that stuff. Right now we are at March 21st, so the most recent Gambit Prime map came out. The next item is going to be on the 26th, the Emerald Coast, which is actually a map they already have in Gambit. It's not a new map, but it will be changing the Gambit Prime map to that specifically. And then on April 2nd, it will be all maps available, pretty much all 4 of them that have been listed. Overall, my favorite one, probably going to be Deep 6 because of the conveyor belts on the outside, making you run really fast. That is just really fun to do. Outside of that, we also have Arc Week and the Revelry. I haven't done a lot of research to know what these are, but I know one of these is probably going to be the spring event. We've had a lot of events in the past, like the Dawning event, the Halloween event. They give you a lot of opportunities for enhancement cores, fun little cosmetics. I'm assuming one of these is going to be the spring event that's going to be able to. And the last thing I wanted to mention, Invitation of the Nine, basically a quest from the Xur that further the storyline, as well as give you lore triumphs with the Invitations of the Nine and cutscenes and probably cool missions in the future. This has released last Friday. It will come every single Friday, so if you missed one, you can still get it next Friday. Next up, let's talk about Iron Banner, coming up probably next Tuesday. They don't actually say when it is for some reason, but probably coming up next Tuesday or the week after that. There's going to be a couple of changes or additions to Iron Banner. First off, they have 2 new consumables, the Iron Burden and the Wolf's Favor. Iron Burden basically lowers your power level by 100. The Wolf's Favor increases your power level by 100. Now, with the Iron Burden, the reason why you want to lower your power level by 100, which again can be purchased from Lord Saladin directly for 5 Iron Banner tokens, is because there's a new triumph that you can complete this season by killing off 500 opponents while under the effects of the Iron Burden debuff. Now, the reason why you want to do that, other than the triumph and getting that triumph score, is because you also are awarded an updated version of the Wizened Rebuke that is fully Masterworked and has a curated role. Now, I haven't seen what curated role this is. The previous one was a max damage, low charge rate backup plan. In my opinion, is a very good role for it. We'll have to wait and see exactly what it is, but it is a new version. It's a triumph. You want to go get it. And on top of that, there's going to be a lot of other people also using Iron Burden. So you're not going to be the only one out there just getting destroyed the entire time. But if you want to get out there and destroy people, Iron Banner is going to allow you to do that. Next up, the Wolf's Favor, pretty much a rare drop from all of these different activities, will allow you to get a 100 power bonus with a cap of up to 700 for 30 minutes. Our goal here is basically to make it so people who don't play Crucible a lot are not scared off by the power requirement and the power level requirement of Iron Banner. So if you want to play Iron Banner and you're not the right level, or you don't have the DLCs or whatever, you have the opportunity to actually play on a level playing ground at 700. To get these, it is a rare drop on all these different activities like Daily Heroic Story Missions, Vanguard Strikes, Nightfalls, Flashpoints, Gambit from Forsaken, and weekly milestones for Mycora and Hawthorne. So it's going to be a rare drop from these things. They're not going to happen all the time, but if you want to get an advantage and go out there and just try some Iron Banner at the 700 level, you'll be able to do that. Next up, let's talk about the new armors. You got the Hunter, Titan, and Warlock ones, have a very similar style to the way they were in the last Iron Banner, but this is the new style to it. On top of that, bounties have been updated and changed to give you more access to choice. There's a couple of bounties last season, the Orbs one, that had a lot of people in a rut taking forever to get. And in my opinion, what I did last season, I completed 5 out of 7 of them and just hoped that the random rolls from giving it packages gave me everything else I needed. So they're going to be changing that very slightly. In addition, Saladin will be offering a new emblem that you can pick up after completing all of the weekly bounties. That's called Weight of Guilt. So if you complete all 7, I assume there's 7, there might be more or less depending on the way he works. If you complete all of them, you'll have the new emblem, and on top of that, they're also going to be the new weapon. Where's the new weapon? Here we go. We also added an updated version of Orwing's Maul with random rolls. So that's going to be this grenade launcher that used to be kind of like a flashbang, disorient, stun, concussion I forget what it is. I think it's a concussion grenade launcher which was kind of good if you like grenade launcher, but not a lot of people used it. There's going to be a random roll version of that. This is also going to be the new Wizened Rebuke, pretty much the same thing, but like painted red instead of painted the old green and brown. Or was it green and silver? I think it was green and silver. Next up, the Strengthen Your Core section, talking about Enhancement Cores. Now, right now, the infusion system requires you to use Enhancement Cores. Now, this has been a bit of a difficult experience for a lot of people, causing a lot of negative experiences. The reason why they've had it so Enhancement Cores are involved in infusing is to give an impact to the choice, an impact of progression, so you're not just infusing every single thing you get as soon as you get it. You basically, they want you to have to make a choice. It's not just Glimmer and Legendary Shards. They want to make it so it has an impact. And as such, they're not going to be giving you a ridiculous amount of opportunities to get a lot of Enhancement Cores. Instead, they're going to be giving you new, more consistent ways of getting Enhancement Cores. Now, right now, we have these things called Scrapper Bounties, which you get from randomly dismantling different gear. They'll pop up as these little patrol icons in a blue-like bounty. They'll give you 1 Enhancement Core per. Now, these are very unreliable because they kind of happen randomly, so they're going to be scrapping this idea in Season 7, Season of the Opulence, and instead they're going to be giving you Gunsmith bounties. Gunsmith is going to be offering dailies and weekly bounties that will allow you to get more consistent Enhancement Cores. Next up, let's talk about allegiance. Now, this little graphic basically shows how people are basically pledging their allegiance to not the flag of the United States of America, but to the Drifter or the Vanguard. And in general, it's pretty clear that the Vanguard has more valuable things on him. If you did not know, from the Drifter, if you've completed his whole allegiance quest line every single week on every single character that you do it on, same with the Vanguard, you get a package. Now, for the Drifter, he gives you 1 of each of the sins and 1 powerful gear from Gambit. Vanguard gives you 1 powerful gear, 3 Vanguard tokens, and 1 Enhancement Core. Now, the question is this: what is more valuable, 3 Vanguard tokens and Enhancement Core, or 1 of each of the different synths? And in my opinion, the synths are definitely more worth it, and the reason that is because there is 180 different armor pieces in this new DLC that you have to get. 3 different tiers of the 5 different pieces in each set of the 4 different jobs of the 3 different classes. That is 180 different pieces of armor. You need like nearly 800 synths, 200 of each of the different synths on average, making, you know, considering that you can get duplicates, to be able to get all of these armor pieces. And if you're getting 1 of each synth extra per week, that only helps you get that. Basically, what I'm saying is synths are very useful if you want to get every single armor piece. And if you only want to get the seal and you just want to go for the high level thing, you basically need half that amount, around 400 synths, which is still 100 per. And that is actually kind of ridiculous. But that is just my kind of assessment of it. That is why people are picking the Drifter more often, because god damn, that's a lot. And then obviously pick 1 Vanguard per character so you can get all the lore on that account. Next up, let's talk about Dr. Bunji. Basically, this section under the blue banner talking about the updates, the hot fixes, the general maintenance, the known issues are all in this section. We're nearly at the end of the TWAB. Overall, there's not a lot of stuff to talk about in this section. They have fixed a couple of different things last week with 2.2.0.2, which is kind of a mouthful as it is. They fixed an issue with the Legion's quest item disappearing if you had full pursuits, an issue with the Dark Age Arsenal Triumph, which is a gamma weapon in each slot not unlocking properly, fix an issue with Glory win streaks continuing from previous seasons and keep on updating on screen. Next up, let's talk about the Season of the Drifter known issues. The new Stronghold Titan exotic that helps with your sword not activating on all different swords like the Black Talon. The Vow, which is the bow from Crimson Doubles, not being able to infuse to 650 power. Crimson Days having a UI issue on Shax right now. Guitar errors in the Last Wish trade. I want to take a moment here. Last Wish came out in September of 2018 or something like that. Guitar errors have been a thing since it came out, and every single update they've been like, we're gonna fix guitar errors in the Last Wish raid. They still haven't fixed it. I don't know what to do. I don't know what this bullet point here is either, but I don't understand what they're doing with this. Season 6 Eververse shaders not dismantling properly, not giving you the bright dust that you deserve from recycling them at the Cryptarch shader recycle. Chaos Reach, this is a mouthful by the way. Chaos Reach and Thorns is the Soul Devourer, basically an issue where Chaos Reach doesn't do any damage to an enemy while the enemy is shot by Thorn when Soul Devourer is active. Invitation of the 9 Triumphs, not unlocking properly. And that is pretty much it. Movies of the week are available for you guys. It's going to be like an Avengers Infinity War like trailer, which is actually really cool. And one other thing, which is going to be a Destiny 2 music video, which I assume has to do with bubbles. I haven't actually seen that. But that is pretty much it. The last little mention, the last Bungie bounty of this session is going to be happening on PC April 3rd at 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time to get one of those very exclusive bounty. But that's it. That's the video for guys today. That's the TWAB. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. And of course, let me know if you find any more information about when the Iron Banner is actually happening. And that's it. That's it. That's it. My name's been Dychronic. My name's been Dychronic. My name has been Dychronic. And I'll see you on the next one.